Wasting some time here with a video about how you can pay to win in World of Warships. Getting into 2017, Wargaming is off to a interesting start. For somebody like myself who spends money on this game, it's not going to be too big of a deal. And also, this isn't the Kamikaze that is for sale. This is Kamikaze R that you could have earned last year at a community event. A lot of people got the ship. Anyways, but the Kamikaze, which is exactly this ship minus the blue paint job, it has instead of a green paint job to the scheme there. Man, this ship is really strong. I think it's a little over $13. I'll put a link in the description to the page that they're selling it on, and this thing is overpowered. Even Wargaming has admitted that when they consider something overpowered when it has a above 55% win rate, and this ship has, I think, 57 or 58. I'm going to show the stats in a little while. The Minekaze, for the 2-week stats, those are also 2-week stats I'm going to share with you, is down to 49. Because they nerfed the snot out of it. Anyways, what makes this ship good? One, it's a premium Japanese ship, so you do get to stick your fancy commanders in there to help with all your skills and whatnot. The base range is 6.2. Same as a Minekaze. You do get the free camo. That's obviously nice that you don't have to pay for. Reduces it down to 6 kilometers. If you put a commander with concealment expert in the ship, let me find one. There's my Ibuki commander. It drops down to 5.4, which is just silly. It's just the dumbest thing ever. There's not a lot of people at Tier 5 who have concealment expert on their destroyers. If you see a Kamikaze, Kamikaze R, or Fujin, be wary of those things in a match. They can wreck your day. Why is that? So, the torpedoes on this thing are just immensely strong. They go 68 knots and they go 7 kilometers. You used to go 10 kilometers. That was even nicer, but hey, whatever. You don't get faster torpedoes than this until Tier 9. You get 67 knot torpedoes at Tier 8, but you don't get anything faster than these till Tier 9, which is just silly. All the other ones are 60s or lower 60s. 68, it's nice. What do you get on the Minekaze that's in the tree? Let's go find out. You get torpedoes that plod along at 57 knots for 10,000 damage. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back there. And these are 14,000. That is just the silliest thing. I think Wargaming 2017 has gone full pay to win. But man, if you enjoyed the old Minekaze, buy this thing and just have fun. Plod around with it. Makes a decent amount of money. It's not even stressful to play. It's kind of fun. Fairly relaxing in my opinion. The only negative you have is you lose a couple. Like, you're not 39 knots, you're 37.5 knots. That's the only negative. And the guns hit a bit harder. They nerfed the HE on the Japanese destroyers down to 1700 HE instead of the 2000 they used to have. So basically the only ship that could catch you really would be the Minekaze, but you can outgun them. Obviously gunboats you want to avoid, but man, this thing is it's fairly powerful. I'm going to show you all some stats of the last 2 weeks of all the Tier 5 destroyers, and you can kind of decide for yourself whether this is just straight chicanery. And I don't recommend buying Tier 5 and Tier 6 because of the wonky matchmaker and how terrible it is all the time for those ships, because they only get to see ships 1 tier below, but they see ships 2 tiers above, which is just completely messed up. But the Kamikaze, I would definitely give that a buy if it's worth it to you to play some sneaky destroyer action. Anyways, to the stats and then to the gameplay. Alright, and here are the stats for the ships. Obviously the Grimyashki, being the Grimyashki, is top of the board at 58% win rate. Just going to try to show y'all what I mean about pay to win. Kamikaze R that you earned last January, February with the build the ship Pearl thing, whatever. Anyways, last January, as a community event, you could actually earn the Kamikaze R, and that's why a lot of people have that. Fujin was on sale for a while, and now the Kamikaze. Kamikaze and Kamikaze R, difference is the paint. You get nice green paint with the Kamikaze, and nice blue with the Kamikaze R. Slight discrepancy in the win rates. Damage is almost the same. I think it's probably just because people that play the Kamikaze R are play it a bit more. There's just a larger player base that plays it more. Maybe slightly more skilled folks have the Kamikaze R because they earned it, maybe. But anyways, if you want to pay to win, Kamikaze is definitely a way to go. This is obviously sorted between all the tier 5 destroyers, and if you look at down here on the bottom, near the bottom, third from the top, no, third from the bottom, I mean, not too bad, but man, 49.63 after the recent nerf. This is the 2-week stats, but you know, hey, can't have everything. Anywho, let's go on to the gameplay, see what this thing can do. Alright, and we're here with the Kamikaze R gameplay. You can get the Kamikaze in the premium shop, link in the description. Definitely give this ship a recommend for the seal clubbing capabilities. Paying to win, this is what you can do it with. Torpedoes out on the Kaiser. Man, those 68 knot torps are just so fast. It is so stupid. At tier 5. This is tier 5 match. You will get up tiered into tier 7. This ship actually up tiers into tier 7 quite well. Better than a lot of ships. Isakaze here. Shots out on him. Swing and a miss there because gunnery skills not included. Yeah, you definitely notice the. Excuse me, while I. You know I'm not a cool guy because I look at the explosions. The guns are definitely, like, you can notice that they're more powerful a lot of times. Just that 300% damage more on HE shells. He took out my rudder there, or my extra torpedo tube there. Gonna excuse me while I dodge some torps. You can definitely notice it. 2,000 AP. HE damage and 2,000 AP damage instead of the 2,000 AP damage and 1,700 HE damage that the normal ships get, like the tech tree ships for the Japanese get. Definitely an improvement. Obviously the HE mechanics still apply. You only get 33% of that damage on a penetration, but every bit counts. And I don't feel like the lower speed is really an issue. I would just run a speed flag on it. That actually gives you everything you lost there. And y'all didn't notice the guns. I mean, on the Kamikaze, same as the Minekaze, they rotate. The first 3 rotate 360, so I keep them on target fairly well. Took out his engine there, poor fellow. He can't repair that. Bad approach by me. That was a nice solid 4-hit damage there. Bad approach by me through this smoke cloud. I didn't realize it would be running out, keeping me detected while I can't see them. Bad approach. But you know, hey, they happen. He does get 1 shot off on me, but that's not a big deal. We have our sitting duck, and there he is. Poor fellow. He just not too much of a chance. Yeah, probably a newer player. I just guessed that because he launched all his torps on the white line. Obviously, there. That's not really gonna work very often. enemy Carl Shrews lighting me up, decided to slam on the brakes, put on the smoke, and kill us another battleship. And I'm at this kind of range, there's not too many options for him to actually dodge that unless he knew I had just fired and he was slammed on his brakes immediately. They would just pass harmlessly in front of him, but he didn't see that or didn't notice me be visible just for a second there. But goodness, 68 knots. It's so stupid. Why are they so much faster than the tech tree ones? Because they're overpowered when they were in the tech tree. The Minekaze used to be extremely powerful. It's just not anymore. Panda win. World of Warships 2017. I wanted to chase down this Carl Shrew and torp him. He's running away. Running away target's not the best to go after. In a moment here, I'll notice that guy trying to go for our cap and our carrier. Can't be having that. Obviously, you know, situational awareness about the map helps. Definitely setting up ambushes on your enemy, making sure they don't know where you are. All of this could become harder with the new captain skills. But still, not a lot of people are going to have, 10-point captains at tier 5. A lot of people will. I don't think a lot of people... what I'm saying is completely contradictory. I think there are going to be a lot of people that have tier 5s that will put tier 10-point captains in them, but I don't think it's going to be completely broken until about probably tier 6 or 7 when you have people with concealment expert and manual fire secondaries at tier 6. That'll just be funny. Stock in this Svetlana. I am talking about the new captain skills. I think they're probably going to do something about the radio position finding, if I had to guess. And I really do think if I was in a Minekaze, this guy, I don't think I would have been able to kill him. I think he probably would have just taken one torp. Spoiler alerts also. Since he doesn't have a plane, I'm not too worried about keeping at this distance. Those torpedoes, man, just so quick. So crazy fast. And one goes under his bow, but man, look at those two. A little bit of weird camera work there, I'm sorry. And back up north to the rest of the enemy team. You know, if there's certain circumstances to where you will be able to just kind of run the board, that one German destroyer is going to kill our carrier. I'm going to cut ahead here to the German destroyer killed our carrier, but our battleships killed the destroyer. Spotting is not your friend, or spotting mechanics is not your friend in German destroyers, but it is in this. If they continue just to nerf everything else and leave this the way it is, it will only become more powerful. Trying to line one torpedo from each set of torps onto its bow. It's generally what I do whenever I fire at bow-on battleships. Varying success, obviously, depending on how they maneuver. But the reload time of 47 seconds on these torpedoes is fairly ridiculous. I appreciate it. Try to crowd the middle there. Yeah. No torpedo bulge protection there. Probably just saturated, I think. But either way, this fellow's game time is limited. And yeah, I'm recording my audio right now. I'm torpedoing somebody. I had some technical difficulties. We're trying to torpedo a battleship. What? Okay. And there was my wife. And so I'm going to miss on those torps, but I have 3 friendly battleships to do their thing here. Could get a crack in here if if I try really hard, but you know, that's probably not going to happen. These battleships, one of those battleships is going to nuke that guy down to 0 pretty soon, I would assume. And there's some shells for the candidates. And shamelessly try to go for the kill still. I'm not proud. And yeah, just Kamikaze are definitely worth it if you want to try to club some seals. Not going to say anything as far as when 6.0 comes out and captain skills change, but man, right now, this is definitely pay to win. Hopefully y'all enjoyed. See y'all in the next one.